This conference will now be recorded.
There seems some problem in this machine. Yeah, meanwhile, you guys, if you have any question, you can ask me. So, optimizing the time. Root password is Rajesh123. My IP address is 11. So, putty 192.168.1.11 and root Rajesh123. Now guys, I'll just improve the font style because it's a 10 irregular, but make it 14 and make it, let me bold also, so clarity will be there, and then make it system color also, so visibility will be there. 14, click OK. Guys, can you please confirm me if it is visible to all of you correctly?
Yes, it is.
Style? Okay, great.
Yes.
So now guys, I'm going to do nothing, same thing, just install, download the Terraform, and which I did in Windows, nothing great. So here is a Linux right here, and this is a CentOS. So let me install it. You can download executable also, but yum is there, so why to waste the time and all. If you want to download packages, here it is. See here, this is AMD. This is a different architecture, ARM architecture 64. You can download also, but if that command is there, I am a lazy person, so I'll run the command. Done. So Terraform is installed in my Linux box, and now what I'm going to do, same thing. So my directory is workspace and CD workspace, and here this is the project one I showed you in the Windows. I'm creating a project 2 today, project 2, and CD project 2. Now guys, this is the place I'm having. I need a provider, correct? So let me copy paste the same code, and that is where workspace, here it is. So this is a provider which is where, here. So this provider, all it is at will go, no changes in the code. So vi providers.tf, paste it, and now I want to add resources. So AWS resources, vi AWS underscore r dot tf resources, save it. I want to do GitHub resources also. So vi github.tf and copy paste and done. So guys, my project is ready. Let me see that if I have deleted here, I just duplicate resources, waste of EC2 instance and all stuff like that. So where is this command line? I think I have not deleted. So from here I'll destroy that because I'm migrating. That's my work, right? What is this? Control Z, control S. So clear the screen and Terraform destroy. State file, wherever you have to destroy it. Others, Terraform will not detect what resources to destroy. It read from the state file. So from here, I've destroyed this, and I think you know what I'm going to do in Linux. First command, you tell me what command I should run it quickly. What command I should run it?
Terraform init.
Terraform plan init.
No.
Init.
Init. Remember, first thing, downloading the provider in Linux. So let it happen.
Hi Rajesh, when you destroy the TF destroy command, it is going to delete the TF state file also.
No. Why? Remember, destroy means the resources destruction, not code destruction. See here, the code is still there, no? All this code. Black is Windows, okay? So yeah, this is Linux. White is Linux. Okay, so init is done. Now Terraform. Oh, I forgot the command. Anyone remember what was the command? Plan. Yeah, wonderful. So I just said there's no changes, 0% changes. Only executable will change. See two to add, right? And apply will be 3 to add. Okay. So now any questions so far in terms of Linux? Any question?
One I have is related to Terraform. How do we handle dependent resources? Like we
Dependency.
want to,
Yes, that is
yeah.
very good question. Dependency. I'll talk about it. Okay.
Okay.
Let's move on. So now the question is, how do we do the conditioning? So guys, you have to come out of the traditional programming. So if you look at the traditional programming conditioning, we were doing like a if else or something like that. We were doing something like that, if else and stuff like that. But here we don't have it. Iterators or looping, how you used to do then traditional, using for and while. For and why. So we don't have like that here. It's a declarative language. So we can do the conditioning, we can do the iteration, but little bit a different way. How can we do the conditioning? Let me show you. So first thing, so Terraform conditioning, and here this is the example project you can use for learning the conditioning. So first thing, there is a two ways, okay, and I would like to show you. And first thing is, look at this here, this code. Okay, so did we run these resources or not? All of you? What do you think?
We ran the resource.
Yeah, we ran this GitHub repository.
So guys, understood in a simple way. Here I talked about arguments. Okay, so each resources, you have some arguments. Think simple. You have arguments specific to the resources. But you know what? Each resources, Terraform also give a global arguments. Global arguments. What global arguments? That is for all resources, irrespective of provider. So now what we call it? This is, we call it a meta arguments. Will you remember this? Meta arguments. Now the question is, what are the resources? What are the arguments? And what are the arguments which is, we call it a meta argument, which is available? So I need to know, correct? So I'll just touch Google meta arguments, and here I need a one page for everything, but unfortunately results, Google results are not giving me correct. Okay, no problem. So the meta arguments are count and depends on, and few more are there. Right now I'm not talking because I need this one today. So what is a count? So count, you can use these arguments, you can use for every resources irrespective of the provider. Then you will ask me, Rajesh, what this exactly is doing? So you know what, very simple way. When you set count is equal to 0, that means that resources will be created 0 time. I'll show you the example for it. Let me set this. Look at my screen here. This is the one resources, and here I'm setting count. Look at my screen, guys. Count is equal to 0, and here also I'm setting the count is equal to 0. Where is that? So that means if I apply, look at this here, Linux I'm using, Terraform apply, okay, enter. See here, 2 to add, okay, 0 to change, 0 to destroy. Okay, why I was expecting 0 actually. My bad. Guys, you are not focusing also. What was the mistake? I'm not changing the code here, but I'm changing the code in. Did you understood?
Yeah, we didn't change the code in Linux actually. We changed the code
Yeah.
in Notepad.
Yeah. So I'm changing now. Okay. So I change this code here and apply. And there is some problem, and the problem is just a second, let me check. Syntax issues, I guess, but what? I got it, yes. So it should be let me check. Hopefully this should resolve the issues. Apply. Again, there's a problem. Okay, line number 25 and line number 10. I'm just thinking.
Need to comment out these lines, output lines.
Not required actually, because that will read anyways. Instance key. For example, correlate with it. Okay, so for time being, I'll do one thing. I'll just did I change anything? Okay, for time being, I'll just delete this just to make it work in the code. And
Is it the credentials?
no, I copied already. So you see, 0 added. 0 added means, see, I'm still creating the resources. Still I'm having these resources, but the moment you say count 0, that means it will not create. So my topic was different. Okay. So what I was trying to tell you here is, I was trying to teach you something like iterators. No, not iterators. Conditioning. So here I wanted to show you how can you create a conditioning in Terraform. And for that, you understand count is what? All of you understood count is what, right?
Yeah. Ec-
Okay.
Yeah, Rajesh.
Now look at this here, this part. Here you have used the operators also. Okay. This is called ternary operators. Okay. So here it says, hey, create these resources. Okay. Set the count is equal to, if this variable is Java, which is, this is a variable, GitHub hyphen condition, which is a variable here. If it is a value is Java, then set the count is equal to 1. Ternary operator in Java also is there, Python is also there, every language you have a ternary operator. And if not, then set 0. So that means if this is the variable is declared, create these resources. If not set Java, then 0 means no create resources. Condition. Did you understand that, all of you?
Yes.
Yeah, Rajesh.
So,
Yeah.
so very simple.
Hmm.
Don't expect if and else kind of stuff in here. Okay. So here I'm creating this variable. I'm adding this variable. Let's go to code. There's extra variable I'm adding. Okay. And now here I'm putting this one. That's all. So here, okay, then you'll say, Rajesh, here you mentioned $sign and here you are not mentioning $sign. Why is that? So guys, $sign was being used with a little bit 6-month-old version of Terraform. This will also work, but now they have deprecated that and they are saying, hey, don't use the $sign, directly use this one. Okay, so that's the reason I'm saying always refer the official documents. If you refer the any personal Google files and all, you might get old code. So var.github condition is equal to Java. It's correct. Then set 1 and then 0. We did it. And now let's run this program and apply. There's some problem here, and it's a type string. Let me see the type string which is here. There is a problem in this. Okay, let me set this string. Where is the problem? Line number 14 string. Let me see that. 14. Okay, this is the problem. Okay, and I think that one, and apply. So now, because it's a Java string, set Java. So now you see 1 to add. Still that GitHub resource is not being created, only AWS. Now what about I say no? Okay, I say no, and I'll go and change the code, and here I'll make it Java to Java 1, something which is not there in the condition, and apply. And see 0 resources. So this is the way, one of the way you can add a condition. Did you understand, all of you?
Yeah, Rajesh.
Yeah, Rajesh.
Okay. Now second method which you
Yes.
can create a condition between the two resources. Now you'll say what resource, how? So I think someone has asked this question also, like how can we create a dependencies on stuff like that. So guys, that is done through the depends on. Okay, that I have tried to explain it here also in this. See, method 2 depends on. That means it's simple thing, guys. This is one resources, this is another resources. Okay, so this is the one resources, this is another resources. So now if you want this resources to be created only after this, then you put it a depends on this dot example. That's all. So here what I'm trying to do, let me show you. So here vi, let me see the first of all. So here vi, look at this. This resources I want to create only after the GitHub. So what should I do? So I should copy depends on, I'll modify in the local, and GitHub resources is this one, and dot example. Done. So that means here we are specifying, okay, and the format also, look at this, before curly braces we can put it up. So here, that means what will happen? This resource will be created, but only after that resource will be created. Okay, so now let me remove this count concept because that was the first one, and now this resource will be created, and save it and modify this GitHub also, and here just delete this, not needed, save it. Now apply. See here. See here, 2 will be added, but if I say yes, look at this here. So first, which will be creating? See, GitHub repository. So this is also, you can create a dependencies between the resources actually. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So now
Little
this
bit
is the,
confused in this part, Rajesh. Can you once go through, please?
if you tell me exact confusion, I'll understand the where to start. Tell me what is the
Like
confusion?
like when it starts with depends on, like the depends on creates the GitHub before creating the AWS, right?
True, yeah. So you look at this example here. This is a simple one. There's a two resources, 1 and 2. Okay, let me put it up in this way. Here. So there is a call dependency. First understand the dependency, because you have asked, so I'll clarify a little bit more. Okay, so dependency management, how you do that? So guys, understand that there is an implicit and there's an explicit. So implicit means what? Implicit means provider will take care of it. For example, you know that in AWS you have to create a network first. After that you create a compute like EC2 instance, correct now? So those are the normal dependencies. So who will take care of it? Am I going to take care of? No, you are not going to take care of it. That will be taken care by the provider. That's called implicit dependency. Implicit means it's built in. You don't have to set the dependency. But sometime, you know what? Sometime you have to, sometime provider don't have that knowledge, which resources you want to be created first, and then which resources you want to create later. So that's called explicit dependency. Okay, in explicit dependency, you can use depends on and then influence the dependency. So here in this case, what I'm doing, because there is a this here creating a S3 bucket or creating the VMs, AWS has no idea. So here you can do what, you can set the explicit dependencies. Explicit dependency means here you are saying, hey, you will create a EC2 instance, okay, no problem, but before that you create this one. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yeah, I got
Yes.
you.
Yeah. So now the question is, how do you see that, more reading about it? So Terraform dependency, let me see if right results is coming or not. It's longer one, I don't want this. Just a second, hold on. Implicit, explicit. This is the, probably this blog will help you. It's not a Terraform, but whatever I was explaining, implicit and explicit, probably this will help you. So that is the thing. So just a second, guys. I'll put it in the notes. Okay. So this is the conditioning you can do in Terraform using, this is the way, count and depends on. Now next one is iterators. Iterator means looping. So are you thinking Terraform will use for a while? No, 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 don't think. So then what will be used? So let's first have some code reference. You will understand this. Terraform looping, iterating or looping, whatever you know call it. So here, how do we, multiple tutorials I'm having for this topic, which will help you. This tutorial also will help you. And this will also help you. So guys, in Terraform, there is a two-way which you can iterate the resources. So one, you know that. One use, you know that. Count. Okay, count. You know that. So you want to see that? So for example, here, let me copy the code here. It will be easy. Understand only this logic. Don't complicate your understanding. So what is this? So this is the variable. What is the type of variable? Map. So map which have a key value. Key value. Repo 1 is a key. This is the value. Repo 2 is a key. This is the value. Repo 3 is a key. This is the value. Now, what we are having, these resources, just now I have used it. Correct? All of you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, there is a, how do we iterate? So there is a two ways. One is count and one is for each. So count, I was just showing you, count means, let's say any resources you set count is equal to 3. So how many times it will create? 3 times. If you set count is equal to 5, it will iterate 5 times that resources that will be created. I'll show you that demo. But before that, let me show you the for each because I copied the code already. So now you see the logic, very simple one. This is the resources. Can you please tell me how many times this GitHub repository will be created?
3 times in
All
3
of you are
different
getting
places.
it, his answer?
Yes.
See, so what you are happening, for each is a fixed keyword in Terraform. Here variable dot repo name, which is here. Now this is a type map. How many elements you have? 3. So here each is a fixed keyword. Dot value is a fixed keyword. Each dot key is also fixed keyword, which I'm not using here in this example. Key is also fixed keyword. So each dot key, each dot value, each dot key, each dot value, each dot key, each dot value. So here name of the resources, because you know that you cannot create a same repository again and again with the same name. So what we are doing, each dot value means first iteration, this one, and value is this one, DevOps. So here, what will be the first run? What will be the repository name? Tell me. What will be the repository name?
DevOps
DevOps.
1 hyphen DevOps school.
Yeah. So first run DevOps 1, DevOps 2 hyphen, and DevOps 3 third one. So this is also a way you can iterate it for each, and you can use this value, each dot key, each dot value. Simple way. Okay. Now second one is count. So second one is a count. Where is this? Multiple examples you have it, but later on you can one by one check it out. Look at this here. Very simple example. See here. So tell me how many instances you will be creating?
3 instances.
3 instances. So in Terraform, you have to forget about if, else, for, while, and you have to remember count, for each, and ternary operator, which I showed you earlier, true and false sort of it, that you need to remember that. So this is how we do the conditioning. All of your
So
confident on this?
Yeah, Rajesh, one small doubt. When you're working in a institution, you want three different resources to be placed in three different places with three different names. Is that possible?
Yes, yes, it's possible. So that's where we have to use some of the things. So here, just again, where is that code? Let's say this is the code, okay? And you want to give the name. So name, where is my code? Let me open up my code. So here, you want to give some different name, right? So
Yeah.
here, you have to have a pattern for this. So here, what you can do, not this, here, hello world. Here you can create some variables. So whatever var dot, something like that. Okay, something like that, you can give a unique name.
Oh,
Let's say,
okay, okay, okay. I got you.
got
I
it.
got you. I got
One
Yeah,
more,
I
one
got
more
it.
example. Let me show you that. I need to have some. Let me show you just a second. Wait a minute. I have that example which you are talking about. Where to go? Where to go? Where to go? Variables. Let me show you. You'll get an understanding of it. Map. See this. See what you are doing. Understood? Each name will be different. No problem. It's Azure code value.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I
here you are
like
using.
we have two different IP addresses. One is yours and one is mine.
Yeah.
I need to create two different repositories of AWS, for an
Hmm.
example.
Hmm.
One in yours and one in mine. Both are the users. If we give our secret code and everything, will it create the two different files in the two different instances, like hello one for me and hello two for you?
Yeah, yeah. That is same way. You are using a map or list. Use the map or list and do whatever you
Okay.
want to specify for that.
Okay.
One more example I'll show you. See that here. Uh, let me show you the other one also. Uh, this is also same. See here. Okay, there is no variables. Let's look at the number. This code I was looking for it. Look at this here. Do let me know first you understood this code or not.
1 second, Rajesh. I'm looking at it. Yeah.
So what is this here? Rajesh is the name always. Append with
Yes.
count.index. Index always start with 0, 1, 2. So your name will be, username will be created Rajesh.0, Rajesh.1 and Rajesh.2. Correct? So here
Yes.
count.index always start with the 0. So 3 means 0, 1, 2. Are you understanding?
Yes, I got you, Rajesh.
Yes,
Yeah.
Rajesh.
So this is the way. Lots of tricks is there. Don't expect those language, which is we have gone through. Now function. Let me copy this code at the end of it. Now function. So guys, in Terraform, you have a more than 200 functions built in, which you can use it to process some of the information. So I would like to show you the official because it always keep increasing the number of function. And I have used the function on the console. You might have seen this. This is the one. So now here, this is the built-in function. Numeric function, there are a hell lot of it. See that? String functions, a lot of it. Collection functions, and so on. So a lot of functions are there. Now the question is, what is the use of function? So sometime focus on this area or whatever this set. Sometime you want to do the processing. Means there is a You want to do the processing. So something you give input and process through the function, and function will return output, and that is the output we are looking for. For example, I was talking about, right? I gave input Rajesh to the function called upper, and I got the output Rajesh, like this. This is what I wanted. Or I gave input to 2 plus 2. I use the function called sum, and here I got the output 4, and this is 4 which I wanted. For example, just now use this this functionality, just now used it. So here, how can you use the function? So here you have a 3, right? So something which you want to take an input. So let's say there is one variable, and the variable value is set 2, but here you want to append by 1. So here what you do, var dot set, okay, plus 1. Which function? Sum function. Done. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Yes.
So it'll become a 3. So function, you can use it. So a lot of functions are there. Network functions are there, file system functions are there, arithmetic functions are there. You can use it. Okay, one of the functions which I would like to show you is lookup functions. Lookup is basically for the map. Okay, it just give the lookup and key, and they will get you the value. You don't have to iterate one by one, just like a for loop and while. How? So look at this. Go for map function. Let me see. I have this. So look at this here. Very simple code. This is the variable. Are you able to understand this? Map variable. So I told you there's this number, string, map, list, different kind of variable. So this is a map variable. Are you agreeing with it? All of
Yes.
you? Now, what you want to set the size, okay, which you want to use it size for creating a resources. So what do we do? You want to set the size. So here what we are doing, $sign right now, you can ignore it. It was used 6 months before. So lookup is a function. Which variable? Var dot storage size, which is here. And you gave the key. How? So var dot plans. Where is the plans? Here it is. This is another map. So here is there's a map. Here is another map. So var dot plans means this one, and here 5 USD. So if you see the 5 USD, it will return this value, correct now? So see the how this beautifully it's been played. Okay. So here lookup function required the key, and you get the value. So here you are setting up var.storage.size, which is this one, and this is the map. You give the map address, and here you are giving the key. I repeat, here you are giving the key. So what will be the return for the 5 USD? Look at this code and tell me what is the return of the 5 USD value. This one,
1
right?
CPU.
And here 1 CPU is a key for this map. For this map you have to give the key. So ultimate the results will be
25.
25.
25. So lookup is required map and key, and little I complicated here just to see that, help you to visualize that. But yeah, you require this map and key and this size. So this is you used it. So next time when you create a resources, you set the size here. Just remove this right now, it's not required, and look up bar.storage size, and here you can probably hard code if you don't like to complicate too much. Hard code this. That's all. Understood, all of you?
Yes,
Yes.
Rajesh.
Yeah. So this is the way you can use the function. So I showed you console already. Let me show you one more time to check the quick results for that. This time Linux, Terraform console, and a lot of function you can use it. I'll just show you. Let's say average. Average required the list, okay? But I know that, so I'm using it. But what you will do? So refer the official documents, okay? Don't rush. It's just a practice will make you perfect. Where is a mathematical numeric collections? Can you see average? Can't locate it quickly. It should be here somewhere. Numeric. Okay, let me try. So average 3, 4, 5. Let me see what happened. Okay, sorry, my bad. Average is not a function, so that's the reason. So let's use the max. Max, min, sum. Okay, for sum what you have to do, sum is a function for sure, but it required a little bit different arguments, a pattern. Okay, where is a sum? Numeric. What has happened to all the mathematical? It's here. So sum, and it's comma. Okay, it's still required in the list format. So this is the list. This is the one. See here. So like that, you can use the function in the expression like here and process. Are you understanding the use of functions, all of you? All of
Yes,
you?
sir.
Okay. Now, next topic
Yes.
which we have is modules. And guys, modules is the most important topic. And here magic starts. So what is the magic? So guys, what is the modules? What is modules? So guys, the
Certain
problem,
packages which are required to solve something,
yeah, yeah,
a complex things.
yeah. So modules means all code in one directory, all TF code, okay? Please understand that I'm not complicating with a complex definition. All TF code in one directory is called one module. Are you understanding or not?
Yes.
Yes.
So then you will say, Rajesh, in that way, just a second. In that way, this should be also module project 2, correct now?
Right.
Yes.
Yes, actually, yes, that's module.
That's a module.
That's a module. Actually, we know what module we call it? Root module. Root module. So then you will say that, okay, so if it is a root module concept is there, then child module concept should also come. So I would say yes. So module, whether it's a child module or root module, it has to be in a directory. So if it is it's a root module, can we create a child module? Yes, create a directory, child 1, I mean module 1, module 2. I got this 2 child directory here. You say, Rajesh, if we have a 20 directories like that, can we put it in one directory called modules also? Yes, you can do it also like this. Modules directory you can create and keep it all module 1 and module 2 inside. So those are the things it can also be done. Then you'll say, Rajesh, what I can store here? I mean, you know that answer, what you can store here. Anything which you stored in the root module can also go to the child module also. So what I'll do, I'll distribute the code actually today. So CP, in fact, move, I'll do, no, CP, let me do that. So this is the AWS code. I'll send it to AWS module. Done. And then remove this guy. Remove this guy. Cleaned. Now git code, I'll move it to the module 2. Done. Providers, I'll copy into both. What happened? Done. So providers not needed anymore now here. So this is again not needed because it was from last run. I hope I have deleted, no? I don't remember though. So let me check this out. Oh, it's not deleted. It's okay. Manually, I'll also delete because I don't want to go back again. So here. So TF state file, I just delete this. Backup also, I delete this. Clear. Now, do you think this is organized way now? What do you think? So all the AWS code in module 1,
Yes.
all the GitHub code in the
Yes.
module 2. This I feel little organized, right? Correct
Yes.
now? So module is nothing but for organizations only actually. Okay. Module is nothing but for organizations only. So here you have 1 module, 2 module, 3 module, 30 modules. So then you will say, Rajesh, okay, how can I call it? How can I call it? That we need to know. So Terraform module, and this is the complete reference. This a hell lot of tutorials we have. You can just, whenever you feel lost, you can come and check this out. Okay. So I just immediately use it because I don't want to type the code because it create a spelling mistake or spacing and all that. Okay. So how do I call it? So simple. Here I'll create one file. It can be any file, by the way, but usually everyone in a community, they create a file which is called main.tf. And here this is AWS module. I can name it whatever you want. And what is the location? Location is here. Correct now? This was a directory. And the other module which was GitHub module, I can call it anything. GitHub mod, AWS mods, just for that, and module 2. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yeah,
Yes.
I got you.
Yes.
Yeah. So this I'm putting up in the, oh, I made mistake something.
You need to close the quotes as well.
Yeah.
Just okay. See, good observation. And copy. Done. So now what will happen? This guy will call this cone or this one. So let's see
He,
that.
he'll call both.
Yeah, I am calling both. Yeah. Okay. So here Terraform init. You have to do init because modules will require init. See here. Done. And after that, Terraform plan. Command will not change, okay? So module is just to organize your code. There is a problem. Okay, I think I did not modify this module 2. Module 2. Where is that? Module 1. Dependencies, module dependency you have to modify. Okay, done. And plan. Do see here. One for one module, another for another module. So what is a module? Module is nothing but all the Terraform files stored in the one directory is called modules. And how do you call it? I think you have answer in front of you. And what command you run it, you know that very well already. We are doing the same command from last 2-3 years, 2-3 hours. Guys, are you understanding, all of you?
Yes,
Yeah,
Rajesh.
Rajesh, we are getting.
Yes.
Okay. So now the magic will start, guys. Now the magic will start. Now, what if I tell you, if you understood Terraform, then you don't need to write even one lines of code. Then what would you say? Tell me. See,
That
after
will be great.
knowing the things, we don't need to write. This life is so different, no? So you learn, and then after that, you don't have to write.
Something
Correct,
like
no?
some GUI, something like some GUI is there for it.
No, not GUI, but yeah, something like that. You know, guys,
Okay.
we have a 26 people. Think simple, okay? You have 26 people, and each one of you have written one module. And so, like that, like let's say, Durga, you written a VPC module, okay? So this you have written VPC module. So lakhs of other programmers also write a VPC module. Why to rework? Why to waste time for
Yeah, they
writing the
can
same
simply
code?
call it.
Right?
They can
Yeah.
simply call it. Yeah.
So Durga, what you did, you wrote the code with the best practices, whatever, because you are expert in VPC also, and Terraform also. You spend a lot of time writing the code, testing the code, dub dub dub, and then what you did, you went to the registry of Terraform. I repeat, registry of Terraform, and share the code with the whole world. Yes, you share the code with the whole world, and that's the reason I'm saying, if you want to practice DevOps, please start sharing. Don't hide any knowledge with yourself. See here, and can you please read yourself? I'm not going to read it. Tell me how many modules has been contributed by the community people.
10,422.
See, so that's the reason I'm saying, you, if you know Terraform, then you don't need to write a code. Then so what to do now? How to use this module? Nothing complicated actually, guys. See, I'll show you the VPC completely. So go to the VPC. See, if you want to create a perfect VPC, okay, so you have to create a VPC. Look at this. You have to create a VPC. You have to create a subnet. You have to create a NAT gateway. You have to create some SELs. You have to create a multiple subnets. You have to create a multiple route table. You have to have an internet gateway. You need to have a security groups and blah 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 things. At least 15 resources you have to create, maybe 20 resources in order to create a VPC setup for your organization. Manually you will do that, okay, no problem, but make a lots of mistake. Can we write a code for it? It will take, if you start writing a code, it might take 1 week you to write a module for VPC. But right now, I'm not spending 1 week. I am just going to browser modules, and this modules like that 10,000 modules, click on it, and 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 this one, if you really want to change the CIDR and all blah blah blah, you can do that. See, understand that my module was local here, source was local. Here source was, this is automatically from registry. This address will be appended. This is the CIDR for the VPC, these are the CIDR for subnet, and if you want to modify this. And after this, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to vi main.yaml. There is a third module which I'm going to add it. Not even one line of code I have written, just copy paste and plan. There's some spelling mistake. Okay, this is not spelling mistake. You have to run init, always new module required init. What is this? Did I make a mistake? Let me check. I don't think so. What is it? I did not read the error message also. It says, okay. Sorry. No problem. I understood. Git is required actually for this. I did not read the message. You should read it. See? Remember, you did not write even one code. And now, what is this?
Like some form, some sort of a source code not available is coming.
Let me check.
Credential.
Yeah.
Valid credentials also is
I'll fix it. Just a second. That provider is not set at the root module. That is a problem. I will fix it. Where is that? For the root module, yeah. So get an error. It will be easy for you to learn and troubleshoot. And see that, guys. Remember, only 2 resources code I written. 29 I got free of cost. And now I will just show you the power of modules. And see, I applied this. 31 resources will be created without me writing even a single line of the code. And you see that here you can go and refresh. And 111 you see most of the places. So where is the refresh button? Here it is. See here, 2 resource, 2 VPC, and all things will be created. 29 resources you are creating through this module. There is some error also. Okay, the error is, this is my bad actually. I'm little bit rushing. So here, if you see that the code issues is this is the issues. Did you see that? So what is my region?
AP South.
Yeah. So this code. So what I have to do? You have to change.
We have to update our location.
Yeah. You can change the region, or either you can change this code, whatever you like it. So I'll just modify 1B 1C. So this is a genuine error. It's not a code issues, but configuration issues. I think C is not allowing nowadays. I need to check again. C is not allowing to create subnet for some reason in Mumbai region actually. So I'll check that in. So did you understand that, guys? Power of modules now?
Yes, Rajesh.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is what I was talking about. If you know the things, then your life will be easier. Okay. So now remember that 10,000 plus modules are there. Go ahead, see that which one you want. Okay, so this is the modules topic. Let it be created. I have to delete it, as else after the session I'll forget actually. So let me delete it. It will take around 2 to 3 minutes. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me.
This is Rajesh. Do we use mostly Terraform
I
for
think someone is
infrastructure
speaking,
as
but I can hardly hear him. Anyone can hear him?
Actually, there is a breakage of his voice, I guess.
Oh. More questions, guys, because I don't want to be idle.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
One thing in DevOps environment, we generally use Terraform only for infrastructure building specific to VPC building, or else we also have the AWS functionalities more. So we will be mostly what will be using Terraform in DevOps world.
Oh, okay. So Terraform, I just said 2000 provider it can code for. Now you say what are the coverage of AWS services? So if I am having right memories, I think 98% of the services which I read last long back is can be created using Terraform. That means in AWS you have a 4000 plus services, out of which 98% can be created through Terraform. That is something the
My
capability of.
My doubt is not that in DevOps environment, that is in pipeline, we
Uh-huh.
also use in Jenkins, we trigger a Terraform activity, but
Yes, yes.
mostly the Terraform activity which is going to create resources are related to only VPC creation, or else the other functionalities also can be retrieved.
The same thing I was trying to answer actually. You said your question, can I create only BPC? And I gave you the answer
Mostly what will
98%. Yeah, tell me.
I got that Terraform is able to perform all the activities, but my question is specific to DevOps environment. What is mostly used, widely used, through Terraform? That is like a just infrastructure creation.
Okay.
What you have shown.
So Terraform is used in DevOps mostly for infrastructure creation, deletion, updations. Okay. Because why?
Fine.
Because Terraform is a code for infrastructure, is a tool for coding for infrastructure. So you any infra work you do, we use a Terraform for it. Got it?
Yes, got it. And another one is the Terraform is an independent. That means if at all the infrastructure is existing, it won't create again and again, right?
That I don't know. Anyone have that answer? See, there is a failure here. Can you tell me
It
why this
won't
failure has happened
create.
first?
idempotency, right?
Okay, so this failure has come because this GitHub repository is already exist. So same name it cannot be created. Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, so the question was, his question was, in Terraform, do we have idempotence or not?
Of course, yes.
Yes, of course. Idempotence have, that's the reason they are saying one resources is already updated, zero resources will be created when you run next time. Correct? So you have it. And now I'm going to destroy this. So whatever the resources got created, 29, I'm going to destroy, because manually if I destroy it will take lots of time. So it's destroying that. Yes. Done. So you see that immediately how can we create a and delete that. Okay, so now next topic.
One question I have,
Yeah, tell me.
small question. So when you said updation of infra, I I'm just wondering, is it also possible to configure IAM for the whatever your resource created using Terraform? No, right?
Okay, that is a very good question actually.
Like the giving access to certain user group.
Yeah, that is a very good question. See, this is the questions I had 5 years ago, and I was getting lost, and it was so simple actually. So see here, look at this image. See, ultimately we write something and we change the code after that first run, and this code Terraform sent to the provider. Now the question is very simple, whether which can be changed and which can be recreated. How come this decision will be taken? So that decision can be taken by the provider itself. For example, I'll tell you simple way I'm putting up. Let's say go to the AWS EC2, and I have a 2 instance running right now. Can I change this one? Yes, I can change. You see that edit form has come. Can I change this one? What do you think? Can I change
No.
this one? No.
No,
No,
Can
this
I
cannot be
change
changed.
this one without a shutdown?
no.
Can I change this
No.
one? No, you cannot change. What I'm trying to tell you in a simple way, don't blame Terraform for it. There's something which can be changed by the provider, and there's something you cannot change. You have to recreate it. So provider knows that, and accordingly, those resources which you are modifying here and you think you are changing, actually provider will decide whether it has to be, it change is allowed or recreate has to be done. So ultimately, this is your desire, and Terraform will get your desire done. And actual, this is actual. This is your desire. So Terraform will decide whether something has to be changed or recreated and destroy something like that. So this is the built-in. This logic is built in the provider and depends on the capability of this AWS or Google Cloud. Are you understanding? So if I say I want to change this one, let's say this code, if you go to this code and if you say modify this one, it will be changed. But if you modify this one, this will be destroy and then create. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yeah, Rajesh.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's not Terraform decided by provider itself. Okay. So please keep a note of it. So if you think you can change
Uh,
something, and if API
my
is not allowed, yeah, tell me.
APIs will be associated to the more towards the resource itself, right? What I was asking about was the, let's say there is one user which exists. I want, after creation, I want to give access to that user, certain role access.
Yeah.
Would that be possible? Because it's not really associated with user, but rather the authorization part of the
So, sir, I
subscription,
answer the
right?
same
The
thing.
account.
Okay, I'll put it in your way. I answer the same thing. My questions was answer was very simple. Are you allowed to add after creation? If yes, Terraform can do that. If no, not it cannot do that. For example, just to this is the group, and you want there's a forum group, okay, and you want to add some users. Can I add it here? Yes, I'm able to do that. That means you can do that through the Terraform also. Simple. Make sense?
Okay,
Hello?
yeah.
Like, what about the permissions from here?
The permission you set for the group label, if whatever see what you said, there is one user I'm adding to the group, and you adding the group, that is possible or not? I see
Yes.
console is possible, so Terraform possible. Now what is the permission? I don't know. Whatever you set for the group label permission, it will be there. For example, if I see the forum is a group name, or what is the permission I set, these are the permissions, so all these users will get this permission. You want to modify the permission, is it allowed? I think it's allowed, so that means you can do through the Terraform also. That's what I'm telling you.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Okay, so
Yeah,
like that. So don't look for the answer in Terraform, look for the provider answer in provider. Okay. Okay, so now guys, next topic is workspace. Now the question is, what is workspace? So guys, I would like to ask you one thing, and you have to answer this. And let's say one code you want to deploy to 3 environment. One Terraform code I'm saying. You want to deploy to the 3 environment: development environment, QA environment, and integration environment. What would you do? Think and tell me. What would you do? You means one individual.
I'll use
Uh,
map.
We'll use
Rajesh, could you
conditional
please,
logics.
sorry, I'm
Mm,
sorry. Rajesh, could you repeat the
more.
question?
I
I'm
say
sorry.
there's a one code. This is the code. Okay, I'll show you this image so you'll remember that context. This is the code I want to deploy in the 3 environment. AWS, there is a dev environment. AWS, there is a QA environment, and AWS, there is a production environment. Same code I want to deploy, and you are the person, you alone right now, you are the person. I am the person. So I want to deploy same code. So what will you do in your laptop? Think and tell me. Command everything you know that. Approach, you tell me. I'm not looking for any specific data. Approach, which you will decide.
Profile division.
More observe. Explode your mind. Think
It's
architecture.
like a namespace which is being divided in the Terraform, so that if at all we get into this specific workspace, if at all we execute them, then it will be directly making the infrastructure to the specific one.
So let's say if I deploy this code, so let's say first in the development, correct now?
Yes.
So the state file will be having development reports, correct now?
Yes. Yes.
Now,
It's more like a profile which been dividing the state file, so that in
this,
3 different
this is a
spaces.
development state file. And if I deploy this code to the again AWS, so this development state file will be removed and QA will be replaced with it. Don't you think so? Correct now? Okay, I'll put in more simple way. If you deploy this code to AWS, okay, and let's say 3 account is there, 3 account. So what you did, you change the token ID and all, I mean keys and all, and you deploy. So first time you deploy that development environment, state file you got development. Next time you change the account and you deploy the same code. So this will be replaced, right? Correct now? State file will be
Yes.
Yes,
correct now?
yes.
Because so what is the problem here
Yes.
is, now if you modify development environment, then there's no the state file is destroyed actually. So what you will do, I'll tell you what you will do for us. Do you know what? You will do something like this. Correct now? Dev environment, same code.
Yeah.
And then you put it QA environment, same code. Now you tell me what is the drawbacks of this approach?
Space
If you change
consumption.
something in dev, it doesn't change in QA.
Correct, 100% right observation. I have to spend, I modify something here, then I have to modify here, everywhere. And human do the lots of mistake, human mistake, and that is the source of all problem in SDLC cycle. So can you avoid it? Same code, but different state file. What I'm trying to say, same code. Look at this here, this image. Same code, but for development there's a state file. For QA there's a different state file in the same code base, same directory. Can we have it? That is where that guys workspace is needed. For this problem, you need a workspace. So guys, I'll tell you one simple thing. Unknowingly, you were working in the workspace. How do I know? Let me see. Workspace list. See, unknowingly you were working in the workspace. Yes, all the time. Just like you were working in the root module, you were working in the one workspace. That's a default workspace. Star means that is the workspace we selected, and thus for default the state file is this one. So a little bit of main code. Let me modify because this will take time. I have to show you the demo again. I have to wait for it. I don't want. Save it. So what to do? Nothing. You know the answer now. Having the same source code and having stored the different state file for different environment. So what I'll do, workspace, I'll create it. How? This I'll teach you. See here. You want to see the list of workspace list. You want to show the workspace. You want to select some workspace. You want to delete some workspace. You want to create some workspace. And I am creating a QA workspace. And here, see, wherever this asterisk sign is there, no, that you are working for that space. I want to migrate to default. And you see here, this is the default. This is the state file for default. So now we'll say, Rajesh, where is the QA file state file will go? Did you notice one directory got created, all of it?
Yeah.
That's why.
Yes.
Let's go and run it in this time in select QA. Same code, different state file, you can manage it. No need to change the workspace and all, no need to copy. Terraform will help you. So Terraform what? Terraform plan. Directly I'll apply this time, okay? QA workspace, remember. See, two resources in the QA.
I have one question here.
Yeah. Yeah, tell me.
So we cannot delete the default resource, or can we?
No, by default, you are basically, I told you, by design, by architecture, you are working for the one workspace. You cannot delete that guy, no? Else where
No,
will work?
if I create a new one, will I be able to delete default?
Good thinking, but not need required in that way to think and waste your precious energy. You maybe create different one and delete the default one. To be honest, I have not tried, but does it really impact my work? No. Default means maybe it's mine, and anything which I'll create extra, which will be for the different environment. So let's not put it the energy in the wrong place. Yeah, but you can try this command. That's not a problem. I can in fact show you whether you can delete or not. Workspace delete default. What message? I have a QA by the way, and cannot delete default state. Yeah, but this is
Yeah,
something energy don't spend on this kind of questions. Okay,
yeah,
so
Rajesh, I have a question. I have a question
huh.
here.
Hmm.
So in default workspace, we see
Hmm.
that this Terraform.tf state is there, right? And
Right.
in workspace QA, we see
Hmm.
that Terraform TF state.d was created, right?
Yeah.
So how can you list out, say for example, I have 10 work workspaces, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I have 10 TF state files. So how
Mm-hmm.
can I distinguish that which workspace relates to the state file?
Which
Which
workspace? Okay, that's
Yeah,
the okay. Wait. That's the reason we have no default. I've been telling you this is the state file, and for any
yes.
other workspace, here this file will be stored here, state file, just like QA directory. You see here.
Okay, so if suppose, say for example, can you create another for prod?
Yeah. I understood your question now.
Yes.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
this is a not my headache. This is Terraform headache. Why should
Okay.
I care all this? Dev I
No, no.
created, okay. And you see here, ls Terraform ID. See here, got it?
Yeah, now I got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is what my question, and I got the answer now.
So
So
every
this,
workspace
yeah,
except the default will go here.
yeah. So
Sorry
this
for that.
this Terraform TF state.d, this state file is containing is linked with the two workspaces,
Right now, yeah,
dev and q.
multiple
Correct.
also.
Right.
Okay.
But I think it's a good practice to go into another directory and create it, the file,
No.
because
The
that is
problem
because
was
people can get confused, right? Because it's a confusing stuff. So
you have to
project one contains, I think that if say my project one contains of dev, then that will be good. My another project, to make
no
simple,
Durga.
I
This
mean,
is the ease of your mind. Your mind is thinking this will be easy for me, but you know this
okay,
easiness will create lots of problem for your project because you wanted to send something in the develop environment and you missed copying that code in the QA environment, the code base,
okay,
different code base, and it will result in the wastage of lots of hours for entire team just because of one miss. Just because of one miss, you'll have a lots of transportation waste, motion waste, waiting waste, correction
got
waste.
it. Yeah,
Got it?
yeah, got it.
Yeah. And
Okay.
anyway, if someone wants to do that, that can do that using the modules itself.
They
So
can do
that
that
like
anyway. So
that
I
feature
mean,
is already
see,
there.
that's the yeah. That option is available, so you can do that also. Yeah. But Terraform helping you to implement the DevOps practices in a way. All these features are helpful actually. Okay. Okay. Go back to this stuff. What I was doing. Yeah. So here I'll do one thing because this will keep failing. Uh, this one because same repository will be created again and again and they will not allow stay with the same name. So what I'm going to do now, where I am, Terraform workspace space list. I forgot actually. So I'm at dev, right? Okay, Terraform apply. Directly I'll do the apply. Okay. Only one resources I'm creating, EC2 instance. And see one, yes. So now this is I created in a dev, I guess, correct? Yeah. And you see, I'll change this select QA and here apply one more time. I don't remember though if I have run in the past. It's not run one. So see that dev and QA both got created and I'll show you the state file. Just give me 2 seconds. And here go to this guy. And for also not Virginia, no, Mumbai. I'm working for the Mumbai region. Here you have 4 hello world, hello world. You see that? So what to do? Let me show you. Sorry, this is the default one. And can I show tree? tree is not there. Yum install tree -y. See, got the answer?
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now this is the workspace, guys. You can, this is a very friendly concept for you to work in the multiple environments. So you change the code. See, you change the code, try in the dev, everything working. Same code you deploy in the QA, just change the workspace. Same code you deploy in the production. Just saving so much of time. You don't need to do any setup and all. Correct? Correct now? Okay, so now last topics which we have in Terraform is backend. What is backend? So what is backend? So I'll give you scenario first and understand that, and then you decide what is backend. So backend is what? So guys, this is you. This is your code. You send to Terraform, Terraform to provider. Return each in different color state file. Correct now? State file. Are you okay?
Yeah, yeah, it's okay.
Now, guys, what you did, think simple, okay? This code you run, and you run one resources here you created. So state file is also having JSON entry for one resources. Now, what you did, think simple, okay? What you did, there's another guy, another one of your colleague, taken the same resources, I mean same code, sorry, same code, and he also applied. He's having the different Terraform, he's having different laptop, he's having different provider. AWS is same. Think simple. It's only one AWS. Okay, so he took the same code and he applied also, and he also got the resources created. Don't you think so? So there is the here the output is every time you run, every time new resources will be created on AWS. So what is the problem you see when you are working in the team? Why the resources got created? Why the resources got created in the second place? Because each state file was not having this entry, so it assumed it you want to create a new resources, so it created the two resources. Correct now, all of you?
Yeah, because the user credentials was different.
No, no, no,
Yes.
no. Why you are focusing on user credential? There is no
Because in the
user
first
credential.
one,
This is the one guy. This is another laptop. This is another laptop. A same maybe this guy both is having AWS full access. Forget about the access. Full access. Forget about it. What I'm trying to say, this guy run the code. AWS created resources. State file got updated. Now this guy also have the same code in his laptop. He run the resources. His resources also got created. Now the question is why this resource was created? Because in the state file it was saying not created. So create. Correct now? That's a Terraform idiom potency. Correct now?
right.
But my question was, when you work in
Yeah.
a team, then you don't want to create a two resources. You want to create same resources. Correct now? Maybe let me put in this way. Do you
Yes.
want to set up a multiple QA environment? No. Maybe you both of you want to create only one environment, QA environment, and you modify the code, something you apply, you modify the code, something you apply. It should be same environment, the code should be changing. Correct now?
Yes.
So what is the problem and what is the solution, you tell me.
You should store a
State
state
file is
file in some remote.
Wonderful. You solve my entire problem actually in one statement. See guys, the problem here is a state file. This guy is owning, this is a local state file, locally. This guy is having local state file, and the moment this is not having changes, this will create or delete or whatever it is do. So what you do, not use this one, not use this one. So what to do? Use the some remote stored file, where maybe in Amazon S3 or something. So now this is the configuration, this is the configuration. You have a code, and now state file will be, Terraform will look for the state file same. So now you know whatever modification, deletion, creation you do, you have only one state file, and you modify this one. This will not be overdone by this one, redone by this one, because you all are using same state file. Did you understand the solution?
Yeah, but
Yes,
that
yes.
doesn't
Yeah.
like in future instances, won't it make changes like a person wants something else and other person wants something else? He may delete that file. Will that not be affected in later stages?
It will affect, definitely it will affect, but you are a team, right? You are a team.
Then, yeah.
So you are a team, you will make a mistake, you will have to revert back those code is stored in the Git TF code and all. Correct now?
Yes.
See, if you want to create a separate two, see, if this guy want to create a separate queue environment, this guy want to separate queue, this model is good. We don't need a remote state file. But if you
Yes, I
want to
got.
modify one state, queue environment, you want to work with one dev environment, you want to create one integration environment, and you want to keep modifying, keep upgrading the things, then you have to have a remote state file. Are you understanding? All of you?
Yeah, I got you,
Yes.
Rajesh. I got you. I got you.
Yeah. So now the question is, okay, fine. How do I inform?
Uh,
Hey, yeah, tell me.
Rajesh, Rajesh, can I understand something like this? So when we are keeping this state file in a remote location, so something is coming into my mind, so which I just wanted to clarify from you.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, say idempotency. So idempotency is coming up when I'm running the same, uh, you know, uh, command, apply command, or so that is happening in the idempotency, right? When a single user is there, right, and trying to do the same command, right? So second time the resources will not be created.
No, no,
Now
no. You don't.
if,
I'll put it in a simple way. Maybe I understood your question. So sorry for interrupting. Okay. See, idiom potency means simple. Idiom potency means what human. Where is your desire? So human say, hey, this is my tier program. This is my desire. Then tool will ask, where is the reality? Reality means actual things. What resources is created or not. Let's say so. State file is a reality. So if you say 5 resources I want to create, Terraform will check how many you created. 0. Create 5, update 5, year 5. What was your desire? 5 resources. What is actual 5 resources?
hello, am I audible?
Yeah, DP, you're audible.
uh, his connection got is that Rakesh connection okay?
Maybe is there some there
Sir, the
you can
error is popping up like
uh,
organizer is experiencing
organize.
technical difficulties.
Okay, okay. So something like, I was trying to tell him that idempotency is happening at one single user. So when we want to see the same idempotency with multiple users, then only this state file will be kept in the remote location. Did you understand?
Yes, I
See,
understood.
yeah,
Simply, I will explain.
yeah, idempotency
In
comes. Yeah, I'm just giving a
configuration,
small. Yeah, yeah. Tell me.
for instance, if we want to create 5 instances in a AWS, and we have written the configuration and we have given the count to 5, so 5 instances will be created, and the 5 instances are which are created, if they are successful, then only the state file will be updated. if we have the common place of the state file, then all will
Guys,
be
can you hear me?
stored.
Yeah, Rajesh,
Yeah,
we can hear
yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
We
I
can
Rajesh.
now
think I
hear you,
lost it
Rajesh.
somehow. Can you see my screen, all of you?
Yeah, yeah, we can see.
Okay, so that what I was trying to tell you, see here, this is your desire, Terraform, and so state file is actual. So you have a file resources desire. If state file is the file resources, no change, zero change. Let's say if the file resources, the state file is 4 resources, one change, Terraform will only create one resources. So this is called idempotent. Desired versus actual. Matching it is called idempotent. So now the question was very simple. Here, where is your desired state file? Where is your desired state file? Sorry, Terraform file. And where is your actual state file? So here, your desire, you are modifying the code. Human can only perform that desire, which you are doing in the Terraform code. But actual, you are sharing it because you want to work as a team, not you don't want to duplicate the QA environment. So that
Yes,
is the
yes, got it.
something which we have. If
Yeah,
you
yeah,
if
got
you
it, got it.
if your state file will be separate, that means your desire and actual will be separate. Simple.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question was, how can I keep the state file remote location? So that concept, guys, we call it in Terraform backend. Can you see my notepad, all of you?
Yeah,
Yes.
Rajesh.
Yeah, so that concept we call it a backend. So now we'll say, Rajesh, okay, fine, I understood the concept, but I'm not sure. My system is hanging, guys. Am I audible, right? Still?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
are
you
Yes,
are.
audible,
Rajesh.
Yeah, you're right.
but screen
There's
sharing
some
is
problem
not
in my
good.
machine, actually, not sure why. Okay, I think I got it control back. It's hanging. Let me close some of the app. God. Just give me 2 seconds. Okay, so okay, so probably that my screen is not responding a lot, but I should. So guys, can you see my screen, all of you?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
Rajesh, we can
So
see.
yeah.
Yes.
So now the question was, how can I set the backend and which backends are supported? So guys, there are more than 15 solutions are there. 15 solutions. Okay. So now where you can store. So your backend can be Amazon Bucket, Azure Object Storage, Google Cloud Object Storage, any. It can be console. It can be many places. Many places. These are the available backend. Yes, see that. By default, it was a local, so it was storing in the local machines. But it can be remote, Artifactory, Azure, ARM, console, cost, this, that, and all. Now the question is, okay, how do I do with one? Let's say S3 bucket. So what you have to do, you have to add this code. Each one of you have to add this code. So the code is Terraform backend. What type? S3 bucket name you specify, and this is the file name where you want to. This is the file name. I repeat, it says key, but actually it's a file name where then the bucket will be stored this state file, and this is the region. So this code you have to do that, and the moment you add this code, you have to init and then apply and plan, and automatically at this location in this bucket, your remote will be stored for both the user. My system is hanging a little bit. Uh, Again, it got hang. So both the user. Did you understand that, all of you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Rajesh.
Yes.
Rajesh.
Yeah, so that is the only code. I am not able to show you that because it's not responding because of some reason. But yeah, that is the last topic. So basically, if I look at it, guys, all topics which you can find the Terraform I have covered. Many of you have shown you a demo also.
many of the reference I've shared with you, and the recordings will be there. I'll be there. You have to practice it, and you know, and if you get stuck, share the issues in the group. Any questions so far?
Hey Rajesh, is the Terraform completed, or do you have we have another session also?
No, we'll discuss with Durga and Raju and everyone, and then I'll let you know. I don't have answer for right now. Okay, we'll discuss this one with your coordinators, and then let me know, because I need, even I'm having lack of clarity as you are having. I'm in the same state as you are right now.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions related to Terraform, guys?
Hey Raju, Rajesh, I have a question.
Yeah.
Let's say I want to create a compute instance and with the network interface that I created. So I
Mm-hmm.
create a VPC first, and then if I use depends on the compute instance, will I be able to use that VPC to to my compute instance?
You don't have to use the depends on in this situation because it's implicit dependency, and yes, that will be
No,
taken by. So first
yeah.
it will
Let's say
create a
if they're in the
VPC.
same file. Okay.
Even though if in same file, I said implicit dependency means provider will create a VPC first and then EC2 instance.
All right. Can I? Is it possible to use depends on the modules?
Depends on modules very much. You can do that. Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
See, depends on, you can do at the resource level, and each resources you can set that okay, this module has to be run before this resource to be created. So what you have to do, remember that there when we specify module, I mean sorry, depends on the resources I specified. So in case of that the module dependency, you have to set modules dot name of the module, then resources and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, I got it.
My system is
Yeah,
not responding. I should have showed you that code actually.
yeah, Rajesh, I have another doubt. Like when you are using modules, suppose in our example, like there are 17 resources creating, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, if I want to, like, I don't want two of them. Like I have another something other related to that I am using. So if I can I do that, like while using module, there are resources creating, but I want to explicit one or two things. Can I do that?
Explicit dependency means you want to specify, so that is the
No,
reason we
no.
have a depends on.
Basically changing some of the parameters, not completely taking up the content, making up some differences. Can I give all the Terraform configuration related to that?
Sorry, I am not able to hear your voice. Maybe others people, those who heard him, can you please repeat? Ask him to repeat.
Get all some of the parameters which are changed, which we want to change, which are like a module of VPC is there. If we want to parameterize some of the things, we can do. But as far as concerned, can we view all the configuration setup from the module so that we can relatively make changes and get back our configuration file ready with accuracy also
Yeah.
will be possible.
Yes, yes.
How to view
So
all
see,
the
variable, so basically that answer you have it if you remember that. So variables, when you set, there is a precedence also and scope also. So some of the variable which is set at the module level, okay, and calling resources you can override also, and that can be done. So default, remember that while declaring the value default, that is having the least precedence, you can override through the module calling or command line or environment, and those will be overridden. So those way you can change that variables. Got it? Hello, I'm audible, all of you?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're
guys.
audible.
So this is the end of this sessions. Keep sharing all of your ideas, questions, errors in the groups, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone. So actually, I cannot end this meeting because my system is stuck. So I have to probably reboot.
Uh,
So you,
Rajesh, tomorrow is Sunday, right? Do we have tomorrow class?
sorry sorry. There is just a second. Hold on. I am having nowadays problem with the remembering the
No
names.
problem.
So for the team which is Softility, we don't have any session. For other teams, we'll have a sessions.
Okay. And Rajesh, one more thing actually I discussed with Kishore Garu, Raju, and I think Prasad Garu as well. That 31st is Vinayak Chavti, right? Ganesh Puja.
So sir, let's do at the coordinator level because why to consume the energy
Yes,
for the participants. We'll
yes,
do at the coordinator level. Anyways,
okay,
I am in the same state as you are. So I need a clarity, discussions, and all stuff like that. So we'll do that.
yes, okay.
Okay, guys, have a nice Saturday. Enjoy. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, thanks, Rajesh. Bye.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Rajesh. Bye.
Thank you, Rajesh.
Rajesh.